And I'm live. I think I'm live. I hope this thing's working. I'm having a bit of trouble with this phone. It's one of those things, isn't it? Well, as soon as you get a new phone, your old phone just stops working properly. I'm just going to turn this up for a second so you can make sure you can hear me. Yeah, you can. But I've lost my mic. There we go. I've lost my microphone, so not lost. I've misplaced it. It's somewhere in here. I don't know where it is. I haven't had a proper search for it. It's somewhere in here. Anyway, Lockie joined, Morky Moo joined, Hot Dog Extravaganza joined, 45 Finn joined, Whiskey Jawsmo, Kazvik 8, and 3 others. Mr. Kareem, 33. Camera's still there. Okay. Welcome back to the live stream. My name's Matt Bailey. I'm the National Ambassador for the Scotch Malt Whisky Society. Happy Isolation Week to you all. With some announcements which I want to make regarding the society and coronavirus and COVID-19 or whatever you want to call it, closer to the end of this stream. But in the meantime, I want to welcome you all for coming in. Thank you for joining me again. I love doing these lives. I love talking to you about whiskey. I love being able to use this platform as well to take your questions, to take fascinating questions from you guys, answer some of these questions as best I can, and have a two-way here, have a discussion, have a dialogue with our members, with potential members, with anyone who's interested in whiskey at all. It's a great opportunity for you to talk with myself and sometimes Andrew about whiskey and learn a few things along the way, which is all part of the journey of whiskey. But I suggest we're all going to be doing a lot more home dramming in the next few weeks, perhaps. And I'll talk more about COVID a little bit. Look, everyone wants to talk about it at the moment. Everyone wants to talk about what's going on at the moment with COVID. I know as much as you guys do. I watch the news, Anyway, I've got an announcement to make, and that is Battle Axe. Here it is. I'm holding a bottle of it. Battle Axe. Boom. I'm going to hold that up there. Now, it says here on it, blended batch 8, blended malt, Scotch whiskey, matured in a selection of ex-bourbon hogsheads from Islay. Islay. This is, it says here, bad hair day. This whiskey is a celebration of our love for those heavily peated whiskies produced on the island of Islay. It is unapologetic in its intensity and spans across the earthy, floral, coastal, and medicinal elements that can be found in this style. We hope you enjoy it as much as we do. That's it. And then on the back, it's also got the full tasting on the back here. I won't read all that out just now, but we'll publish it on the website. Let me grab some of these comments. I'm using my 33 as hand sanitizer. Mate, if you're using 33.138 as hand sanitizer, then you are of means that I had no comprehension of. Whiskey Sec joined. Good to see Whiskey Sec. Mr. Cream 33 says, renewed my membership for year 2 today. Awesome, Mr. Cream. I'm sure you've been a member longer than a year, though. Mark, I'm sure you have been. I'm almost certain of it. I could be wrong. Anyway, I'm also want to apologise. There hasn't been much action in Tassie in terms of events, Mark. It's been a rough and tumble for us trying to get some numbers up and trying to do some more stuff down in Tassie. But that's going to change this year. Fingers crossed with coronavirus settling down. We'll talk more about that. I'll talk more about that at the end. I keep saying that. SM Yang, good to see you. Samurai Hangar, good to see you. Public Servant Wage, muscle on. On a scale of not many to heaps, how many Heresy bottlings should we expect this year? Morky Moo, I'd say at least 3, but maybe 4. So 3 to 4. Now I'm going to give you some good news about Heresy bottlings as well, which is what I'm here to talk about. Rowan, I'm going to get to that question. Okay, a few things to go over. This is Battle Axe. I've not tasted this version of Battle Axe yet. When I say this version, I tasted a work in progress that Ewan Campbell was working on over in the vaults. So I'm going to open this bottle for the first time here tonight. You're seeing it here live on Instagram. The first bottle of Battle Axe being opened. And take off that little plasticky bit. Okay. Always do the sound check. Like I said, I lost my mic, so I hope you can hear me okay. Okay. I'm going to take that out. Here we go. Definitely heavily peated. Just a little taste. The rest of this bottle is probably going to get sent to a partner bar, so I don't want to drink too much of it. All right, let's have a look. Thank you. Audio is decent. That's good to know. So yes, Morky Moore, I hope that answers your question. On a scale of not many to heaps, I'd say heaps more than you've seen before, but not many, really. I mean, probably 3 or 4 different releases. At least three. I know there's 3. Fourth one is still in production, so that might turn out later this year. We'll see how we go. Sally, good to see you. Petrino, 11, good to see you. Mads, good to see you. Okay, so. A blended malt from Hogsheads in Islay. So let's examine that. I talked a few weeks back, last week, week before, about the differences between, it was a few weeks ago now, the difference between single malts, blended whiskey, etc. We don't do blended whiskies as a society. Occasionally we do blended malt experimentations. A blended malt like Monkey Shoulder. And now this is 40% ABV, this is 50, this is unpeated, this is peated. This is consistently the same. This is experimental one-off batches. So they're very different products, but in terms of how they're made, very similar in some ways. I'd be happy to take the open bottle from you. Fuma, that's a very generous offer. I'll have to strongly consider it. Look, the peat is very obvious. It's straight off the bat. It's like big Islay peat. It's a mixture of hogsheads of Islay whiskey in the mix. Ex-Islay hogsheads. Now, it does have an age statement. It's aged 8 years. That's the minimum age. So with whiskey, unlike rum and other spirits, whiskey, the age statement on the bottle is the minimum age of the cask, the youngest cask that was used to blend it together. So let's say there are 1,000 bottles that's produced around the world. Let's say that came from a mixture of maybe 5 or 6 different hogsheads. One of them was 8 years old. Maybe 1 or 2 that were older. Maybe 1 or 2 that were quite a bit older. And they got it all blended in together to create a cohesive spirit at the end there. So the reason why I'm talking about this one tonight is because this goes on sale tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, I think it's around 10 a.m. Keep an eye on your inbox. It'll be announced to email first, and then it'll be on the website, or if you're just on the website at the right time. Now, the only annoying thing is I've only got 60 of these. So 60 sounds like a lot, 60 bottles of whiskey. When you see how much it's going to be priced for, and I'll talk about that in a second. Actually, no, I can't tell you the pricing just yet. But tomorrow you'll see the pricing on it. It's very competitive. It's very attractive and very affordable for all members to jump in on. But when I say all members, I've only got 60 of them, and I'm reckon they're going to disappear pretty quick. So if you enjoyed things like Peat Fairy, you're going to really enjoy this. It's a fair bit heavier and a fair bit more far more briny than Peat Fairy. I found Peat Fairy quite oily and it was quite lightly peated Peat Fairy in some ways. Like a Peat Fairy. It's like, it's not meant to be a big hammer. It's not meant to be an axe. It's meant to be a Peat Fairy. This was different. It was kind of oily and like light and viscous, whereas this is a bit more straight off the bat. The nose is far more sort of briny. Sardines in a tin. Coastal Islay, lovely. Like the beach, like a beach in Islay. Bit of seaweed. Bit of those seaweed crackers, like those sakata crackers, or fantastic crackers, I think they're called. I don't know. The seaweed rice biscuit cracker things. So yeah, that's where we're up to on the nose on that. I'm gonna have a taste of that. Yep, that's fantastic. No burn as well. Really balanced on the palate. I'm gonna see how that opens up with a drop of water, because that's going really nicely. And I like to add a drop of water now and then to the whiskey just to give it just so you can see how much I added there. It's just really just a few drops. Actually, it works quite well with water. Becomes a bit more bit oilier. Charred salmon. Ooh. Licorice root. Yeah, that's amazing. That's like smoky mead licorice root spirit. That's lots of fun. It's a lovely 8-year-old blended malt. Lots of fun there. It's gotten a lot sweeter with water, SMYan. A lot sweeter with water. That sweetness of the coastal notes have come out quite a bit with water. But still much more like quite savoury. They're quite licoricey. There's a tasting note in there I can't quite pick. Yeah, it's quite earthy, licorice rooty, a bit sort of like charred salmon, as I said. That's exciting. That's very fun. That's a fun whiskey. The idea with these Heresy bottlings, these blended malts, is that they're meant to be experimentations from Ewan. So not just single cask. Our focus is and will always be single cask strength whiskey, just for members. However, every so often, Ewan Campbell, our head of spirits manager for the Scotch Malt Whisky Society in the UK, stumbles across some casks and finds an opportunity to do something different with them. And it may have been a parcel of casks from one distillery and a parcel from another, blended them together, created a cohesive blend, and they've always been bottled at 50%. He likes them with a bit of punch to them. We could bottle them at 46, we could bottle them at 40, really. It's as long as they're above 40. It's not so much about proof, it's not so much about single cask, it's about a bit of fun, a bit of experimentation, and something you can pick up on your, and not, you can share it around with friends and you don't feel bad for them knocking over a $300 bottle or something quite extravagant. It's something that is quite a bit quite scarce in that way if you're drinking it like that all the time. But if you don't want to open up single casks all the time and you want something peated and fun, I'd recommend checking out Battle Axe. I think it's a lovely heresy. So, some announcements whilst I've got you all here. Dean Jackson, good to see you. Rum Fan Check joined. Good to see Rum Fan. I don't think I've seen you in here before. Maybe I have. Calby Chan, Malia Barry, good to see you all. Okay, some little announcements then. First announcement is Battle Axe goes on sale tomorrow. I've only got 60 bottles. It's our mid-month offer for March. We're in March still. Yes, it's a long month. So it's our mid-month offer for March. Goes out tomorrow morning. Hot Dog Extravaganza, probably around 10 a.m. or so. We'll have to double check that, but we're looking at 10 a.m. Release for that one. So keep an eye on the inbox. You'll probably get the email just before 10, and we'll be all good to go. Now, second announcement, Mr. Kareem, this one might affect you a little bit, and others, just due to all the COVID information at the moment. The only announcement I've got so far, and I'm still talking with our team, the Tasmanian event, which is this Saturday coming, has to be postponed. We're very sorry. We've spoken with Gold Bar. We've spoken with obviously with Qantas, but that was difficult enough as it is. But because there was a bunch of different flights for both myself and Alex Moores, we're just going to have to postpone those flights postpone those. We actually sacrificed some of those flights to make sure that that we're not spreading the infection. We're not spreading neither of us are unwell, but it's just that whole sort of thing about, it's not just about us. It's obviously you can have coronavirus and have no symptoms of it, and then you're spreading it around. We're trying to minimize community impact. We'll make a broader statement on this both online on smws.com.au/news in the next day or two, just to make sure that we're consistent on message. And we're just going to we don't want to be in that position where, and we're noticing a lot of events at the moment in whiskey or in any kind of capacity are getting delayed at the moment, are getting pushed back or cancelled or postponed. We're trying to minimize that for us because we make a commitment to our members, but our commitment to the safety of our community is far greater than the commitment of our delivering of events. And we want to make sure that our whiskey events are a safe and enjoyable space for all. And all it takes is one person who unknowingly has a bad strain of flu to spread it around, and they think they're well, and it's just not worth it. It's not worth spreading it. So we've had to take that that approach. I do apologize, but it was honestly for the safety of our members, our whiskey community as a whole. It's not just about the society. This is not a society problem. This is a worldwide problem, and whether you think it's whatever it is, it's one thing to be bold, like the society is in our approach with many things and our experiences, but it's another thing to be careless and we'd be diluting trust from our community in our offering as well if we continued. So just has it at the moment. We'll get some more announcements coming up shortly. We're playing it day by day at the moment, almost hour by hour, but we just need to make sure that everything is okay. That's my announcement on that. You know what, Malt Official, you're bang on the money there. What we do today sets the tone for tomorrow. If we're cautious today, if what we do is is for the best of the community now. It sets the tone for where we are in future. And we don't want to be, all guns blazing, still hosting all of our society events around everywhere if it's going to be for the worst of the community later. And that's not fair on anyone. Hopefully not for too long. Exactly. Look, it's a tough call, but it is for the best. Look, we're going to have to play it day by day at the moment. There's more announcements that we have to make, but like I said, we're still mid talking about the team. I'm talking to Andrew, Susie, and our team in the UK about all of this at the moment. So it's it's frustrating, but we're working through it. Okay. Whiskey fans can never say positive. Don't say that. That's not remotely true. Drink neat, stay sweet, gargle with net 15 seconds, then swallow. Yeah, I mean, if you're gargling whiskey instead of mouthwash or whatever, however you do it, then again, whiskey's almost always dearer than mouthwash. So it depends on what kind of lifestyle you live. Jody J Chatfield joined. Good to see you. As long as I still get my bottle from LAS, it's all good. Lol. Yeah, look, Joel. And everyone else who is every other member, I'm going to stress to you right now, Australia Post is still active, of course, and our warehouse is still working. So they've not gone on any leave or anything. The warehouse is still going strong. So bottles are still being sent out, and they are still being delivered. It's just our events that we're just treading carefully at the moment. We haven't made any formal announcements yet, but I would like to make the announcement tonight about Tasmania, I'm afraid. That's just the way it has to go. Release April Elton earlier joking. Oh, we've got the mid-month offer coming tomorrow, Whiskey Jusmo, so which is why I'm talking about that tonight, because Battle Axe is being released tomorrow online, which is a really lovely peated way to keep yourself in good health and away from all those germs. Whiskey's a good way to flush that out. I love the label on this, by the way. It's actually kind of it's got like a embossed kind of Battle Axe on it. You can feel the letters on it. I don't know what the word is for that. Raised lettering. And like I say, it's a blended malt. It's one of Ewan's latest creations that he's blended together from hogsheads from Isla. It's quite a peaty number. Quite a bit, like I was saying before, quite savoury, quite strong and savoury, and quite freshly shucked oysters, grilled salmon, coastal notes, rock pools, rather than Peat Fairy, which was a bit more lightly peated, oily, kind of soft, heathery kind of notes. This one's a bit more brash, and I love that. I think it fits a different sort of experiment. It's a different sort of style. I think it's lovely. I'm checking my first bottles as we speak. Hopefully tomorrow, Joel. Indeed. Might need a bumper edition for lockdown. Yeah. If we are going into lockdown, then yeah, I mean we'll try and increase our number of offerings, but we've only got so much stock in the warehouse, so it's all up to what we can fit in an outturn and what we can't. Might need a bumper edition, yeah. There we go. Where am I up to? Yeah, there we go. Rev's Doctor. Good. The Rev Doctors. Did you announce who got the one-off bottle for February yet? Joel, you are a sharp observer. No, I haven't, but I might do that tomorrow. So thank you for the reminder. There's a lot going on. So I've got a bottle of a one-off 66 cask sitting there, which is going to either a new member or an existing member who referred a new member. So everyone has an equal chance. If you are a member already and you referred someone in February, then you go in the chance. If you joined the SMWS in February, you also have a chance to win that bottle. So I'm afraid that competition has ended, but the actual prize itself has not been drawn. I will do that tomorrow. Thank you for the reminder. Reckon there's enough runway for a virtual tasting? Yeah, I don't see why not. SMWS Battle Axe joined. Good to see you. Caribbean Whiskey joined. Good. SMN, I reckon we could do a virtual. It's just a chat. It'd be a cool way to do it. And I think we have actually, if people wanted to, I think we have maybe 40 left of the Gathering Discovery Pack from last year in the warehouse. So that could be a cool opportunity for us to do a special sort of live tasting with that. I like that idea. Yeah, it's a good one. SME, I'm gonna consider that. We'd have to make sure everyone has the same bottling zone. And we obviously wouldn't send out a 5-bottle pack. We don't have that much stock to begin with. But it'd be that'd be cool. That could really work. Okay. A dram a day keeps the doctor away. It surely does, Zane. Good to see you. Z-Man. Oh man, that was a great pack. I'd be in for that. Yeah, I'd be in for that too. That'd be great. And if I can get myself and Andrew to do it live at the same time, or Maybe I just do it solo because it's isolation week. No, it's all a bit overkill, isn't it? Look, I just look. It's like I say, social responsibility comes first. So we'd see how we go with that. Okay, well that's what I'm up to tonight. Thank you again for tuning in. Sorry I've lost my mic. I hope you can all hear me okay. I know I've said that a few times tonight, but I mean it. And I promise I'll do my hair next time. But in the meantime, I'll see you tomorrow night. You're going to get a fair bit more live out of me, actually, over the next few weeks, because, well, over the next couple of weeks, I think, because it's going to be a bit quieter on the event front, so you'll get a bit more opportunity for you to connect with us digitally, online, on Instagram, on Twitter, on Facebook, on LinkedIn, however you like to communicate with us. We're on all those platforms for different reasons, and I'll catch you all tomorrow night. A pleasure as always, taking your questions, having a chat, and keep an eye out tomorrow for Battle Axe. That's really exciting. Really looking forward to seeing how that goes, and it's really exciting to be able to release these heresies that are a different side of the society, a different different side of flavor, and a different experimentation from our spirits manager Ewan Campbell. And I tip my hat to him again. I think he's done a marvelous job with that one. Last few questions. Joel, I'll have to get back to you on that. I'll have to get back to you on that one. But that's still in the air at the moment. I'll have to see. We have to play it safe. But I'll speak to you soon, and I'll see you tomorrow night. Cheers.